for each of these graphs, it says we're going to solve by graphing. Graphing is pretty easy. All we're doing is just taking our time and looking at the underlined equation here in red. And we would first do this by, this equation is perfect for solving by just isolating for y. So I would look at this equation and I would get y is equal to negative 3x plus 10. So it says here that my y-intercept is 10 and my slope is negative 3 over 1, where this is my rise and this is my run. The same can be done for equation number 2, which I'm going to separate by this blue part here. And we end up with, well, I'm going to take the negative 3y, move it to the other side. So I got 3y is equal to 15x minus 18. And then in order to get y by itself, I have to divide both sides by 3. So negative 3 over y, and then negative 18 divided by 3, and then 15x. And then we're going to divide that by 3 again. So we end up with this equation. So we end up with 5x minus 6 equals y. So our equation for our second line is y is equal to 5x minus 6. And just like before, we can identify the slope and the y-intercept. Now, what we have to do in order to solve by graphing, all we're actually doing is finding the point. Solving using graphs is finding where they cross. And that where they cross is usually in point form. X, y. So let's do that for each graph. So the first graph is I underlined in red. The second graph I'm going to draw that one in black. So this one here I'm going to draw in black. So the first equation, we calculated the point slope form to be y is equal to negative 3x plus 10. So we found that our y-intercept was 10. So I'm just going to count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's our first point. Now our second point says the minus 3 tells us to go down 3 and over to the right 1. And now our next point is over 3 to right 1. And you can use as many points as you want to give you a nice straight line. I need to do a few because I don't have a ruler that will work on this screen. So we have something that looks like this. And then as usual, you're going to go and tell me what equation this is. So this equation is 3x plus y equals 10. And then our other graph is going to be done in black. So in black we find our y-intercept. It's 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then apparently its slope is up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and over 1. And then all we have to do is we have to graph it. and then graph those points. So we have something that does this, and I'm going to label my graph 15x minus 3y equals 18. And the point of intersection is, well, in this case, it's going to be 2 and 4. So in order to double check, what you do is you take a look at each of the equations and you check to make sure that the left side and right side both work, with x equals 2 and y equals 4. And now what I'd like you to do the check for the other equation. You'll notice that we started by writing the equation, then we said what our solution was, and then we checked the left side and the right side. Use this format, it's pretty nice. So you'll notice when we do our final calculations, we get something like this. So we get our box calculation here, and then we state that our solution is that. You can either say that x equals 2 or y equals 4, or you could write 2, 4 as your final solution. Now what I do is I'd like you to try this final problem on your own. Do this problem on your own. Show me what your solution is, and I'll put the solution up tomorrow. Your homework is this set of work that we have here.